All right, welcome back. Um, we have just finished watching a very high quality set with more stack attacker usage than Mega Metagross usage. But now we are here to discuss the Natdex metagame. Um, so I'm joined by Shu and JT, and possibly Glimmer too. Not sure. Okay, so recently there was a tiering survey put out um, here. Uh, it's been like, I don't know, a month-ish or so since the coaching ban, which I think kind of was very necessary for the tier. It was like damn near unanimous. But there are, of course, as there have been for the entirety of this tier's history, there are a few broken Pokemon. So that's what we'll be talking about today. All right. So I think I'll just mostly go through the survey. Some of these things I think are kind of non-starters, so I might skip them. But overall, how much are y'all enjoying Natdex right now? Anyone?
Um, I rated it a 8 personally. Like how much enjoyment because I think it it has like freed up the builder lots. Like I've been starting to run Ursula Blood Moon now, for example, and stuff like Volcanion are back on the rise, and I think in general healthier Pokemon are on the rise, but the reason I didn't put this as a 10 is because Urshifu Rapid Strike and Mega Metagross are still kinda not the most healthy of Pokemon, and I think first of all Urshifu, then Mega Metagross should go, and I think we should probably look at Jirachi too because it's kind of centralizing in the balance sense because you kind of have to use it otherwise your team can't really compete.
How about we just ban redirection in general at this point?
Okay.
Cringe.
Okay, buddy.
He's cooking.
I
Hold
think
on.
that's a I think that's a bit too general.
All
I
right,
And
mean,
Shu,
also
what do you
like
think?
Mm.
Banning redirection sounds extremely stupid because
Nah,
most
Yeah.
like
just on the
Amoonguss
metagame in
are
general. Just on the metagame in
Yeah.
general.
there's like one clear abuser or well broken mon using it, which is Jirachi, like Glimmer said. Yeah, I would definitely not ban redirection. No.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I think Jirachi not being on this survey is a bit of uh, a smudge forgot to
missed
put this on here
opportunity.
moment. So
I mean,
oh,
there's Marshadow and there isn't Jirachi. I don't really know.
there's
A lot
also
of people are,
Rillaboom.
I don't know. We were cooking
yeah, I'm
with this
surprised you
survey.
realized there.
I was offline for like 4 hours. Not my fault. Don't blame me.
We should ban Rillaboom.
So real.
We should ban
Is it real? I'm
tier
not
4
sure.
Mon, Deoxys Stack. Rillaboom is on there, Deoxys Stack is on there. Zamazenta Hero, I don't know what it does, is on there. Marshadow is on there.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just say what I responded for the enjoyment question. I think I put like a 7 or an 8, probably an 8. I think like the tier is in like mostly a good spot relative to its history, but I also like disagree with a lot of the Pokemon that are in the tier. Like if I'm being honest, like if I think overall at some point I wouldn't be surprised if like in 3 years playing this metagame and most of these mods are banned. If I'm being honest. Um, but overall, I mean, I'm having fun playing it. This tier has always had like a lot of broken mods, and that's part of the appeal. But I think right now is like the point where I would like to see a couple more bands, probably starting with URSHIFU. All right, JT, what do you think?
I could get behind a Shifu. The way I see it, you basically have to either use a Shifu or Sun, or like some balance thing, if you want to make the best quality team.
Yeah, generally, I think I would agree with that. Yeah.
Sun
Um,
is cool though.
yeah, Sun is always and probably always will be a very strong fixture of this tier. And yeah, there's a lot of URSHIFU offense teams that are like kind of dumb. Alright, Shu,
I
what do
don't
you think?
think Sun.
Oh, go ahead, Glimmer.
I don't think Sun would be like that broken if we just looked into Fluttermane in the future.
Yeah, I don't really
Fluttermane
think
only feels.
Glimmer
I
is
gotta
broken.
go eat dinner. I'll be back soon.
Alright, see ya. No worries. We will probably still be here. There's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
I don't really see Sun as really like an issue, to be honest. It's kind of
Sun's
just
not
like,
that bad. You just throw
yeah,
Volcanion on your team and you're good.
yeah,
Maybe like some kind of bullet punch guy to beat Fluttermane.
yeah.
Sun,
Alright,
Sun in general is an issue, but more so just Fluttermane getting the automatic protest into the special attack along with specs is kind of an issue.
yeah. Alright. How balanced / stable do you think the Natdex metagame is? I honestly don't really get the point of these questions. I feel like it kind of like relates to like the first question a little bit. I feel like I don't understand why they're both here, but they're on every survey. I think like I don't know. The way I see Pokemon is this question is almost always an 8 or a 9, unless you have like Basculegion Male in your tier, which unfortunately we do, but for some reason it's not a problem.
It's just outclassed by URSHIFU Rapid.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
I think just
I
that.
act-
Okay,
Yeah.
or go ahead. It's fine.
Um. I was gonna say something similar. Like, I think I put an 8 by the way. I think the balancedness and stableness it kind of corresponds to the enjoyment almost directly because you wouldn't like playing a unbalanced tier at all.
Yeah. What's up, Jello?
I was robbed.
Yeah, you were robbed. Not really. You were Freud, bro. I'm gonna be
Excuse
honest.
me.
Not just kidding. That's like a decent set. We were just
You
joking
should've
about
brought-
how there was more stack attack usage than there was Metagross usage.
Metagross.
Stack is broken.
Jello,
Spread the broken.
Jello, where's the Pheromosa? Why were you using Raging Bull? Where's the Pheromosa?
Yo, I didn't wanna load HO versus him. He's a trick room goon.
Why are you loading Scarf Urshifu then?
Because I'm not smart.
Unfortunate.
And I thought it made sense if my Torn was taunt, but it was my one Torn team that wasn't taunt, and I didn't realize.
That's unfortunate. I mean, you brought decent teams. It was a good set, but the matchups were maybe not in your favor.
The second
Like
matchup
me.
was the second
Hyper
matchup
offensive
was in my
full room.
favor, I think.
I think you
The
just
one
need to get
versus
more
the
value
Bard.
out of Feeny, probably.
Yeah,
I had like 5 ways to win that game, honestly. But like the one
It
I
do be like
chose was
that.
the one I the one I chose was the one I could get Haxton, and I did get Haxton.
Let's go.
Tough.
Unfortunate.
that's how it be though.
You threw on purpose, guys.
Fucking. You know what? I should have brought Scissor.
True.
You should have just clicked muddy water.
I did. I missed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No,
That was a bad miss.
You were
Trick
trying
turn?
to
Oh yeah,
check
that
the
trick
Guardian
turn. I
Card.
didn't get that one. You were tricking.
Because like, okay, I thought he would Terra. Okay, I thought he would Terra because Okay, let me explain. All right, let me explain myself. Okay, he has
Okay.
an exact version of my team, right? The same one, but his is CM. Okay, and if it's CM Feeny there, right? It was Jelver for him. If I just see him for free and he goes in a guard, it's Jelver, right? So
That's true.
I thought he was gonna stay in and Terra, and I was gonna take his clear amulet, and then I was winning. It was cash, but
That's
it didn't
crazy.
go that way.
Rip. We're just
Unfortunate.
we're just going through the survey and talking about stuff. You're welcome to join in. We also had
Alone.
Shu
Yeah.
on here, but
Mm,
he had to go eat dinner.
okay.
SMH. Imagine being in
That's
the
so
GMT +1 time zone. Could not be me. Okay.
All right,
I'm an
you guys
American.
continue. Sorry,
No, you're
I
fine.
gotta
You're
go.
fine.
You're
Alright.
fine. I'm also not supposed to be here. You're
It
fine,
doesn't
kid.
matter. I literally don't care.
I gotta go. I gotta go prep to beat your player, Aragon.
Oh
So
fuck.
see you around.
Okay.
You should look forward to the very excellent high quality prep I did last night.
I swear, if you brought some fake shit against me, I'd be mad. But whatever.
Alright, see ya, bro.
See ya.
Alright,
Aragon,
so back to
bring
our
something ridiculous.
okay, back to Natdex, the only real tier. Okay, how has your enjoyment of the tier changed since the result of the coaching ban? I mean, for me, very much has increased. I think coaching was kind of just dumb. That's my opinion. What about y'all? What do you think?
Yeah, about the same. Like, I kind of didn't like Zero Aura and Zamazenta being in like 90% of teams.
Yeah, I think especially Zero Aura kind of got insane. Uh,
Zero
especially
Aura
like
was
towards the
so
end.
fake. You don't load into like opposing coaching and it suddenly does nothing.
Yeah.
Damn it, yo, buddy. Why do you mean coaching? Could you just got it banned before he spread it on the tier?
I think if I'm being honest, like I voted ban on coaching just because I figured it was like the easiest way to like solve the issue from where the tiering was at that point. But like I don't really think coaching is the underlying issue in the tier. I think it's kind of just like we really should not have Huron Black and Zygarde in our tier. If I'm being
Kieran
honest.
Black, Zygarde, Mega Metagross, URSHIFU Rapid Strike.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think. I'm not too fussed about Kieran Black. Does the bullet punch. And Flutter Mane.
Yeah. Well, Huron is kind of an interesting case of I think it's broken, but there's other broken things that make it less broken. If that makes
You know,
sense.
we should ban Terra.
Yo. Okay, so might as well get into like the actual interesting questions. Urshifu Rapid Strike. Um, Urshifu, I'm honestly not really sure how it survived because it got turbo axed in SV, and somehow it stayed legal in that dex while we banned the other one. I don't know what we were doing, but
I mean, the other one was more broken. The other one was more broken.
yeah, the other one kind of just like blows things up in a way that water can't really do. Um,
The thing could
it's a
like
typing thing.
it was also legal at the same time Swagger Fini was legal. So
Oh,
you would just
yeah, that's
have
true. That was so funny.
you would just have the Dark Shifu just one-shotting Mega Salamence.
That was so funny. Swagger Fini is like such a monstrosity, like half these tiers. Um, let me see if I can get the survey actually on the screen. Ah, shoot. Bruh. Owned. Okay. So, I think with Urshifu, right, for me, it's like, I think it's probably just a little too strong. Uh, I haven't, like, played this tier, like quite as much as I've played, like, SV recently, so that was part of, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to, like, get people on this, because, like, you know, there are regulars, and then I play this tier like once a week. So like I'm not exactly the most qualified, but having like played like a decent amount, I think it's like just a little bit too strong and kind of just a dumb mod in general. And if it was suspected, I would probably vote ban. That's kind of I don't really feel like super strongly, but I would probably vote ban.
I personally said 5 because I hate this mod, even though I like
So
always
real.
win with it. It never feels fair to just win with Urshifu Rapid Strike, clicking Surging Strikes and Aqua Gen. I don't know. It just I don't think
Looking strikes is too much.
I don't
Yeah.
think my opponent ever gets enough counterplay, even if they load like 3 counters and 1 check to the mod.
Yeah, he kind of just doesn't really get walled. That's like a thing. I
Like
think like
I don't Terra Water, Urshifu Rapid Strike with like a Mystic Water Adamant stuff like that just can clean 2-hit KO Fini. I don't know how it can do that, but it can.
yeah, that's my take on the Shifus is like a lot of Gen 8 mods, they were really not designed with Terra in mind. Um, and it
God
really
did
kind
not
of just
intend.
makes it dumb.
God did not intend for Terra Zygarde.
Yeah, exactly. But what's dumb about Urshifu is that like it's like actually in the game, so I don't know what they were cooking there. Whereas Zygarde, it's like okay, at least they left it out, you know?
At least it doesn't get Terra Blast.
Yeah. Well,
What
honestly,
Urshifu
sad
even do
Zygarde
with
is not
Terra
in the
Blast?
game because I think like in a restricted VGC format, like Zygarde would actually be really really interesting. Uh, and it's never actually been
I
that good in VGC.
Yeah, because like in Dynamax 6v6 at least you can turbo boost your Zygarde over multiple turns with uh the Dynamax ground move. I don't know what it's called,
Max
special
Quake,
defense
yeah,
boosting,
yeah.
and then just Zamazensa ground coaching on side. Because you would probably just get one shot by Zacian or something of the likes, or just get
Bruh.
Nature's Madness by some random
Zacian moment.
ass Tapu Fini. So it wasn't really like that good.
Yeah. Well, you certainly got
Like
on a tangent here.
really, yeah.
But I think all in all, I think like there's honestly not a lot of people that would argue with you that Urshifu is fine. Um, I think Urshifu
It's
is
fine in like
probably
one way, I guess.
yeah.
The only reason it's not banned is because Volcanian's holding the tier together.
Volcanion has been working overtime for the entire tier's lifespan, to be honest. Um,
I don't know what my balance teams do into Urshifu if I weren't using Will-O-Wisp Full Canyon.
yeah,
We should ban Volcanion so we can ban other stuff faster.
I'm not sure how that's how that works.
Alright,
yeah.
so like Volcanian's holding the tier together against Shifu. So if you make a Shifu, so if you remove the Shifu check, then Shifu becomes more broken.
Let's go. Ban Volcanion so we can ban Urshifu.
Literally the idea. Wait a minute, was I just think? Did I already think about that?
But yeah,
I
I
already
think
thought about it.
I think it's very likely that Urshifu is like the next suspect that we see. Um, I think it's just like a little dumb. Okay, Mega Metagross. This is an interesting one.
I don't think it should exist.
I think it's a mon that like very much should not have some of the moves it has. That's kind of my opinion. Um, I don't know. I feel like less strongly about this, but like every time I've used it, it feels like it hits calcs it really shouldn't hit. What do you think? Oops, for some reason.
The other problem with a Shifu is that Torn Shifu, you can't really use Sun as effectively against it because it'll set Rain after you set Sun
Yeah,
and clear out your Sun.
fair.
I remember when we were using Modest Heatwave Tornadus, we were like, oh my god, guys, it lives Mega Metagross and Okos it. Now look where we are.
That's crazy. Wait, what if we ran Fire MZ Tornadus? Is that cooking?
I think that has been ran like a few times, kind of mid.
I've seen it, but I don't think that's like particularly good.
Please get a better Mega Growth check.
Is there one?
Cause uh um okay, so bulky Urshifu Rapid Strike sometimes checks Mega Metagross if it doesn't have Psychic Fangs, if it doesn't have Thunder Punch.
Okay, stuff that is going to stay in the tier for more than 5 minutes.
I think yeah.
If it doesn't have Howl Support, if it's Psychic Fangs, sometimes Fluttermane kills it. If it has any bulk investment, then forget about that because it's gonna live in 10 HP and then Heavy Slam your Fluttermane. Volcanion can live a Sword of Ruin, boosted Stomping Tantrum, and Will-O-Wisp back, but Heatwave doesn't kill. So yeah, you can try.
Yeah.
Success rate very low.
I think for me, I think Corn plus Urshifu plus like Meta Metagross, like offense with like those free mons is just a little bit too strong. I'm not really like too sure if the issue is maybe like Urshifu more or if it's more like Metagross. But I think I lean more towards it being Urshifu, so I'd like to like ban Urshifu and then see if like that helps deal with a lot of the offensive teams. If that makes
I
sense.
think it's probably both, but I think Urshifu has like more of a stronger argument because it doesn't solely fit in those hyper offensive comps.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, because if you're running Mega Metagross and like balance, it's just kind of why is it not Kingambit or Jirachi and then you run Mega Salamence, you know?
Yeah,
The best steel in the tier, Mega Sizzle.
let's go. That's actually factual, by the way. I think like that was one of my favorite teams I used in like NDPL. Was like Scissor Zapdos. And I feel like it was like
Oh yeah, the
some
Z moves, Zapdos, right?
yeah. I feel
Oh
like that was
yeah,
some actually
Dylan
good
brought something
cooking.
like that.
Because like I had a team, right? And I wanted to use Scissor. And basically what I realized was like Mence was like really dumb at the time. Mence is like not as like bad now, but for a while I kind of just OHKO'd everything. And so what I realized was that Mence like kind of just farmed my team. So I needed a flying resist, but also like a flying type. And then I discovered that Z Zapdos can OHKO Mega Mence. Um, and so that was like one of my favorite teams. So I think Scissor is like pretty decent. It's like honestly like really easy to set up. Um, it also has dual wing beam. It's kind of funny with that. So it hits a lot of things that like it didn't used to be able to hit.
Wait a minute, if Megagross gets banned, I think Scissor becomes the second. Does Fluttermane become broken if Megagross is banned?
Maybe. There's a possibility.
I don't think that's a check. Is that
I don't-
a check?
I don't think
Bullet Punch
it
is a
would.
check.
I don't think it would become broken if Megagross was banned, but there's a possibility, I guess.
I think Flutter is kind of just like always dumb a little bit. It's just like the amount of dumb that it is. I think there's like enough in Natdex where you don't have to like worry about it too much, but
yeah,
like
It is one of the most slappable mons, despite it. Like I did put it at tier 1, like right after I made the whole VR post thing.
I definitely think it's like a tier 1 one. I feel like anything lower in any tier is like I don't understand.
I think it's better than Mega Salamence. And I think it is like probably number 2 in the tier.
Yeah.
I think it's 3. I put Urshifu at 2 personally.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I agree with that.
Well, what are we saying is number 1 here? Rillaboom or
Yeah, Rillaboom. It's always
obviously.
it's always Rillaboom.
I'm not gonna lie.
Monkey meta.
I think my take on this metagame has been that Rillaboom is like severely overrated. I think it's like
I mean, okay,
the
I
fifth
could
best mod.
see other stuff. Like Volcanion is honestly holding the tier together so hard.
I think
Volcanion also like type collides with a lot of the good stuff like Tapu Fini, Urshifu.
But it also has perfect, basically.
Well, to be fair, you can use Volcanion next to Urshifu and be perfectly fine.
I mean, yeah, but it does also type stack for against raging bulls. It type stacks against salmons. It
mean,
type
let's think
stacks
about
against stuff like that.
type stacking water could be worse. Guess
I
like
think
the
for me
only
it's
Worse,
like
but
only the big electric and grass types are Rillaboom and Great Neck. The like Salamence
great deck.
does work.
I think let's see. Should pull up the viability rankings. Let's see. Surprised there's so many threads now in the forum. Okay. Let's see. Tier 1 right now is Fluttermane, Jirachi, Rillaboom, Urshifu. I think Jirachi is like really strong and probably tier 1, but I also don't really think it's like the best, you know? For me it's probably like Fluttermane, Urshifu, Megagross, Jirachi, Urshifu, probably. I think Megagross is like pushing tier 1. Like it's to the point where it's almost like SM. I would almost like rather not use any other Mega because Metagross is just better. um, but I mean, it's like very subjective here. All right, what's the next question on here? Fluttermane. Oh, it's Fluttermane. Oh, that's funny. I think I put like 2 or 3 for this. I don't really think it's like a healthy one in general, but like in this particular tier, I don't really see it as problematic. Um,
me neither.
there's just like a
Fluff is
lot of
always gonna
stuff that handles it.
Volcanion, as always, holding this here together. His and Megagross doing work. Marshadow doing
True.
stuff sometimes, I guess. And
Yeah,
just
I
having
know.
trash physical bulk.
Yeah, I think like yeah,
And if it loses the speed advantage, it just dies.
yeah. I think it could be like uh, slightly dumb if there's like uh, a few more bands, but like right now, like there's just like enough that handles it to the point where it's like not that bad. That's my take. All right, Marshadow. I think this one is very interesting. I I think this one has like a lot of room to how you can feel about this one. I think Marshadow is kind of just based on other like doubles formats. I think it's kind of dumb, but at the same time, like it's like for me, it's on the edge of like, is it handleable or is it like broken? Um, because it really just hits like very hard, especially next to Pow. It's another like offensive mon. There's not really as much reason to use it when there's Urshifu in the tier, but particularly like if we get rid of Urshifu, I could very much see Marshadow being like problematic. But yeah, I kind of have mixed feelings on this one. What do you guys think?
I don't really rate Marshadow in general because right now it's not the most damage output thing. It also needs a lot of support to deal damage. It needs to waste a Terra. It needs to waste a Z move. I don't believe Z moves a good set, but still mentioning it.
Fair.
I just don't like it. Damn child.
Yeah, I think it. I think it. It's Marshadow. It's always going to be good, but I think it just isn't doing as much damage as all the other like big hitters like Megagross and Urshifu, like you said.
Yeah.
In particular, it's pretty vulnerable to a lot of the top mons like Salamence in particular, and being fake out immune is great, but I don't know. I think he's fine. He's like he's up there, but I don't think he's broken at all.
At least you can intimidate him, unlike Urshifu.
Yeah, and you can intimidate him. You can
Although
intimidate
the
him
best
too.
intimidator is weak to close combat, so take those you will.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? The best Intimidate is Salamence.
That intimidates once.
Oh,
And
true. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Instant might be fraudulent though, if we're being honest. It probably is. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's really ever like seen like enough usage to really be considered broken. But at the same time, every time I've like seen it, I feel like it's just like dumb. And I also think it's just
yeah,
like based on like other doubles tiers, we'll probably end up in a state where this thing doesn't really stick around in the end. But we'll see. I think there's
I
more
feel like
broken things. Um,
Marsh is just not fun to play against.
yeah, I kind of agree with that.
It's not game destroying, but like I don't like it, bro. There's something
Yeah.
about him.
Well,
I don't know what.
it just has like too much easy power, especially if you run Life Orb, which I think is probably like the best set.
Life Orb probably is best,
It
especially with Poltergeist.
really just like nothing like lives. Like I don't know.
I mean, it is.
It's again, I don't really like have a strong opinion on this one yet, but it also feels like kind of insane to me sometimes. But like again, I haven't like Urshifu is like more broken. That's how I feel about this one. And there's not really, but as long as there's Urshifu, like there's some opportunity cost using Marshall that I think kind of keeps it in check. Yeah. All right. It's almost at hero.
Zama's into bad.
I feel like this mod is like, why is bro on the survey? Like,
Yeah, I don't really know why Smudge put Zama Hero on there. He doesn't really do anything anymore.
I mean, we could ban him anyway. I don't like White God.
You're true. We could.
I don't like White God. Let me click Dazzling Gleam.
okay, I found the thought process as to why Zama was on here. It was just to see how people feel, like, quote unquote, post coaching. Um, just like if the issue is like solved. And I think the issue is solved. I think there's not really like the issue here
Howl
that we
might
need to
be
like
dumb
worry
in a
about.
while.
How?
Howl Zama's enter might actually happen.
Oh yeah, Howl, yeah. Mm. I had a team
I
with
don't know.
that where I just like replaced coaching with Howl. And it was like really strong.
Yeah. I've been seeing people using that. I don't think it's incredible, but it's usable. It's definitely. I think it's all right.
I think Bro fell off, that's my take. But like at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't it's still like a good mod. Alright, I don't really want to discuss that one too much. I feel like it's like kind of a foregone collision. Okay, Zygarde. This is
I love
an
Zygarde.
interesting one.
Zygarde is him. Don't ban Zygarde, please.
For most of this tier's history, I've felt that Zygarde is the problem. Um, I think less so now. I think coaching being gone like has kind of weakened it a little bit. But at the same time, if I like 100% need to win a game, and I'm like full tryharding, I will bring Jirachi plus Zygarde and I will win the game. Like that's just how it works. Like it just it's not a mod that's meant to have clear amulet, I think. Um I don't know. I don't really feel as
I mean,
strongly as this one, but like I think it probably should have been banned back when it was suspected.
I don't know. I kind of like Zygarde. He's got a pretty good typing. Resist fire. Okay, that's about it. Pretty
Let's
bulky
go.
too. Okay, like Zygarde is a legitimate way to. Zygarde does well against Sun,
That's true.
and he's a decent setup dude.
I mean, it's like it's not as bad as it was, but for a while it was like way too easy to set it up. I think with like the metagame getting more offensive, like it's kind of struggled a bit, and that has made it more manageable, especially with like power Shifu stuff.
I mean, I would say that it's not even that awful to beat, but you know, God did not intend for Zygarde to beat Fluttermane with Terra Steel.
It's true. What do you think, Glimmer?
I don't know. Zygarde is kind of just. It's not my favorite thing, but it does kind of just win at times when it really shouldn't. So I kind of don't like it existing at all.
Yeah.
That's my take for it, anyways.
I don't know. I always feel like if you let Zygarde set up, you've done something wrong. If you let Zergard set up to the level where it just destroys games, you've done something severely wrong.
Yeah.
Like even a +1, I'm pretty sure like stuff like Volcanion can live it, or have a chance to live it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like +2, I think Volcanion can just live that without defensive investment.
Yeah.
Gotta
I,
live
I don't
Volcanion.
know. It doesn't really strike me as as problematic as it was. But also, like, it's a stat stick, and in general, I'm not really a fan of stat sticks. I don't know.
I love numbers.
It's also, you know what, like, okay, this is a tangent, but for a long time, I didn't know how Aura Break worked, and I thought it always activated. Um, and so, like, halfway through, like, NDPL, I actually looked at the ability text, and it only works when there's, like, Xerneas or Yveltal on the field. And I was so sad. I was like, why? This doesn't even make sense. Like, why is that? Why is that the ability? Like, come on now.
What did you think it did?
I thought it just reduced fairy and dark moves all the time.
Ah.
Which honestly, I
Yeah,
still
that
feel
might
like
make
that
it
would make more
broken.
sense. But like, I don't know. That wasn't why I thought it was broken at all, and I don't think it really like it changes the way I see the mod. Because this was like a while ago, but like I still feel sad that that's not the ability. That's the more fun ability. Come on now. I don't understand why they made it a very specific interaction that never happens. Okay,
It's
Deoxys
just to be
attack.
a counterpart to Yveltal.
Yeah.
The Ox attack is a 2/4 mon.
I mean, that's kind
DOA
of how
does
I
not
feel.
This guy does.
I don't think
This-
DOA is as bad now. I think DOA is, but it's definitely not anywhere close to ban worthy. Like I think it's just an okay Pokemon now.
monkey
Yeah.
meta.
I don't know. I think like
And Incineroar, I guess.
my opinion on DOA from SV is that the expanding force is just like really, really dumb on this mod. Like it just, I think in Natdex it's like a very, very much more manageable because it's a lot more costly to run Tapu Lele or Indeedee in Natdex. Um, so you don't really have the setters, and also there's like Rillaboom everywhere. Um, I don't know. This is another one where it's like I could see this being problematic later, but like right now I don't really see it as an imminent issue. Um, like if people like find a way to run this, it could be really annoying. But also, I just think that there's too much opportunity cost in general.
Yeah. It also just. I don't think it even is the most damaging thing. Like, Mega Metagross still exists in this tier.
Yeah,
We still
yeah,
have
yeah.
sort of an Urshifu Rapid Strike and stuff like that.
Metagross and Urshifu actually like body this guy. Like,
Any priority beats it, really.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
Scarf Urshifu just beats that, right?
yeah. Should I mean just Scarf Urshifu? And Urshifu doesn't as much of a check as Metagross. Metagross, like, I mean, it totally walls it because you have so much defense that superpower just bounces off. Like,
I think Helping Handed Life Orb superpower does like 75 to it.
Metagross is crazy. I can't justify that one. All
Wonder
right,
what
Bro
focus
does
does.
have 145.
all right. Rillaboom.
Ah, yes, most ban
No,
worthy mon of all.
no.
This
Why-
is
Yeah, I
this
why
is
think
not
if
the broken mod.
I think if Rillaboom goes, then the entire tier kind of goes to shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
be real.
Like,
But it,
it's a glue mod. It doesn't really need to like. Uh, it doesn't need to go. I don't even like. I mean, I said this earlier, but I think this mod is like. It's very good, but I also feel like it's a little bit overhyped. Um, I don't think I really used it very much in NDPL. Granted, that was a while back, so things have changed a little bit. But I also don't think like. I don't think Rillaboom is the goat. I do think it's like good, but I don't think it's the goat.
Are we discussing Rillaboom?
Yeah, yeah. Welcome back.
Okay. Thank you.
What are your thoughts on Rillaboom? I don't know. I feel like this is just like another one where it's like, why is it on the survey?
I
Yeah,
think it's a pretty. I just think it's a pretty healthy presence. Like, I
Yeah,
don't really have.
It's probably it's like the strongest mon probably in the tier, or well, value wise, but it's sort of keeping the tier together, I would say. Like if we would be to remove that, it would be pure as chaos.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially with like Shifu in the tier. I do have
Yeah.
to
I
remember that Shifu is in
I
this
think
tier.
if Rillaboom goes, Deoxys,
Oh,
double
it's
Deoxys
DOA.
attack.
Oh god.
Yeah, that too.
Deoxys attack would definitely go too.
Yeah, there you get some problems. All
It's
right.
not even just a utility guy. It actually does damage, especially with Miracle Seed sets.
Yeah. Miracle Seed is very good. I think Miracle Seed is probably like the best set because it kind of feels like Gen 8 Rillaboom. The Glide nerf honestly made this mon a lot healthier, I think,
Aragon,
because
did
like
you forget about Assault Vest?
Assault
Assault
Vest,
Vest
like
is there. It's
the
just
thing about
not
Miracle
to
Seed is
damage
like
Rillaboom.
it fits so well on like next to POW. Like when you throw on a Miracle Seed on your Rillaboom, you turn your Gen 9 Rillaboom into a Gen 8 Rillaboom, and it starts actually doing damage. And like
Wonder how much
AV is
we
good,
can.
but I think like Miracle Seed is just like a stronger mon, whereas AV is more like a glue mon that you kind of just use to like keep your team together when you didn't build it right. No, I'm just kidding. That's a lie. But like, I don't know. I think Rillaboom is very good, obviously, like tier 1 material, but I definitely don't see it as Banwormy. All right. The last question on the survey. Anything else you wish to add about the Natdex doubles tier? This is kind of just like, I guess we could just talk about anything. Um, this is a shoe to make up for all the time you missed on the podcast. You could go for a shoe. What do you think about the tier right now?
Probably, I would say it's in a more balanced or well healthy state than it was pre coaching ban. The changes I would make probably ban Shifu as of current and go from there and see what happens.
Yeah, fair. That's kind of how I feel. I think we kind of just need a Shifu suspect. I'd like to see that, and I would. I think that's probably coming. Um, we'll probably see that sometime in the next month. I mean, I can't guarantee anything. We don't really know yet, but like, I wouldn't be surprised. Is all I'm saying.
Wait, aren't you part of the council? Like,
Yeah, I
can't
am.
you do that?
But like, we don't really have the full survey results, or at least, I mean, Smudge does obviously, but he hasn't like posted it for us to see. So, uh, yeah, I think what I know right now is that like it's very very likely that we'll see a Shifu suspect. That's all I can say though, because like we just don't know. All right. Anyone else have anything else to add?
Hmm. Is this the part where I make theory mons?
Yeah, right now.
No.
Let's go. Well, if no one else has anything to add, thank you all for hopping on. It was fun. Might try to do this
Yeah.
more regularly. But yeah, that's generally it. Yeah, URSHIFU. GG. Thanks for watching.